Je m'appelle Madame Palmer. I'm excited to welcome you to my French class and to today's edition of Pop-Up Grammar. Today, we're going to learn all about the verb avoir. Avoir. In English, the verb avoir means to have. Just like some of the other verbs you've learned, like être and faire and aller, the verb avoir is really irregular. There are no other verbs that are conjugated quite like it. So you're just going to have to memorize. But I know you can do it. Let's get started. Here we have the verb chart for the verb avoir. Notice on the top it says avoir, which is the infinitive of the verb. And in English it says to have. In English, infinitives start with the word to. And then, as you look at the chart, you'll see the red words are all when you're talking about or to one person, and the blue ones are for plurals. Let's review those subject pronouns. Je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, or vous, madame, il, elle. All right, let's see how that works when you want to conjugate the verb avoir. J'ai. J'ai. I have. Notice that the word je becomes J apostrophe because when the word je is in front of a vowel or a vowel sound, the je becomes J apostrophe. Tu as. Tu as. You have. Il a. Elle a. He has, she has, or it has. Nous avons. Nous avons. We have. Vous avez. Vous avez. You guys have. Or vous avez, monsieur, you formal, have. Ils ont. Elles ont. They have. Why don't you go ahead and take a look at this flashcard and make one of your own. You can pause the video while you make your own flashcard so that you can use it while we do some practice in a few minutes. Great. Let's see how the verb avoir is used in sentences to communicate. All of these sentences will be talking about things that someone has. All right, let's look at number 1. Je blank trois cousins. I have 3 cousins. Now look at your flashcard. Do you see how next to the J apostrophe, the correct form of the verb avoir is ai? That's what you're going to need to say. J'ai 3 cousins. Let's look at number 2. Tu have une pizza. You have a pizza. Look at the chart. See where it says the word tu? All right, next to that you see a spelled as. Tu as une pizza. All right, now we're talking about Paul, and there is no Paul on the chart. However, you know that Paul could be replaced by the pronoun he, il. So if you look at the chart and you want to say Paul has an opinion, that's like saying he has an opinion. Il a une opinion. A is just the letter A. Nous avons un hamster. Nous avons un hamster. What about vous, which can mean you guys or you formal? Vous avez un problème. Vous avez un problème. And finally, the trees have a lot of leaves. Les arbres, O-N-T, ont. Beaucoup d'arbres. You have the hang of it? All right, let's take a look at these next 5 questions. You can go ahead and pause the video on a piece of scrap paper, write down what you think the answers are, and when you're ready, resume the video and check how you did. All right, how did you do? Let's take a look. Nous avons un crayon. We have a pencil. Tu as un ami. You have a friend. Vous avez un chat, n'est-ce pas? You've got a cat, right? Les garçons n'ont pas de questions. The boys don't have any questions. Elle a 11 ans. This is how we talk about age. She has 11 years. Of course, in English, we would say she is 11 years old. Elle a 11 ans. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's lesson of Pop-Up Grammar, all about the verb avoir. See you soon. Au revoir.